Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the Tin Man Sport Channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I'll be reacting to Taylor Animated's The Evolution of Ghostface dash Scream Animated. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn the lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get the show on the road in the bag. Okie dokie, here we go.
Ghostface reawoke the slasher genre in the 90s, but how has his costuming and ever-altering identity changed ever since? Let's go through his evolution and find out. In the original Scream, Ghostface wears a sparkly robe with square arm tatters and pointed frills on the bottom edges. More ghoulish masks were considered before...
Yeah, no, I don't think Ghostface would have been as iconic with that mask or any of the other ones they were just showing.
Settling on the peanut-eyed ghost mask. A second mask that's wider, has thinner eyes, a smaller nose, and smaller mouth.
I don't like that one as much, which I think that was the K&B version, just so they thought they wouldn't get sued by Fun World.
Along with a lighter neckpiece is also worn by Ghostface, who uses a voice changer to taunt his target, Sydney. As victims...
That's the mask I like better. Now that's Ghostface. The other one was just weird looking.
Gradually get picked off, Sydney ultimately faces her tormentor, who reveals himself to be her boyfriend, Billy Loomis, and his peer-pressured friend, Stu. They explain that her philandering mother broke up Billy's parents, so they took her out and planned to finish Sydney off too. But Stu gets a TV tossed on him, and Billy is taken out by multiple shots.
Oh, I know, getting hit by a TV probably would hurt. Especially if it was still plugged in, you getting all that electricity. Oof.
In Scream 2, a copycat appears. He has more circular arm tatters, squared off rips on the bottom hem, and a more pronounced neckline. His mask has a less curved right up.
That one's okay, but I just like the perfect uniform eyes, like they're matching instead of like this one being all less curved. But I do like the whole plot of Ghostface being multiple killers. So if one gets killed, another one will take its place. Then the franchise can keep going that way. But they always have weird reasons to why they pick up the mantle, you know?
Eye, a creased mouth, and more pronounced cheeks. He also wears a secondary mask featuring squinty eyes and a larger mouth.
I don't like that
and
one.
At one point, he changes into civilian clothing in an ancient Greek-style robe.
You see, I haven't even seen Scream 2. So I didn't know he was doing all these changes in this one.
The copycat eliminates Sydney's college classmates and reveals himself to be both her crazy acquaintance Mickey and Billy Loomis's revenge-seeking mother. While Mrs. Loomis decommissions her partner, Sydney is saved by the man once suspected to have slain her mom. Although Mickey rebounds from one last scare, he is promptly taken out for good. Yet, Ghostface is back in Scream 3. This time his mask lacks the former mouth crease and has more curved eyes. Additionally, he wears a secondary mask with larger eyes and briefly hides inside of a prop body bag. He also now uses a magical voice changer that can sound like anyone he wants. He proceeds to execute the cast and crew of Stab 3 and subsequently reveals himself to be the film's director and Sydney's long-lost half-brother, Roman.
Which that don't make no sense, but I think I've seen some of this one. And that would be creepy if you answer the phone and you think it's your mother, but it's somebody using a voice changer.
Who, apparently, also secretly planned the events of Scream 1 along with Billy and Stu. But in the end, this Ghostface is stabbed by his half-sister and finally defeated by a flurry of bullets.
So technically he's the main Ghostface then? Because I thought Billy Loomis was the main one.
In Scream 4, Ghostface appears again. His main mask's eyes are slightly spaced apart. Another secondary mask is used with wider cheeks, smaller eyes, and a smaller nose. After slashing a new generation of victims, this Ghostface turns out to be Sydney's cousin Jill and her boy toy, Charlie, both intent on becoming the famous survivors of their attacks.
Man, I need to get all the Ghostface movies. I got 1, 5, and 6. I just don't have 2 through 4. And I don't think I haven't seen the show, which he's about to talk about in a little bit.
However, Jill betrays Charlie in order to become the sole victim, but she's later defibrillated and then shot down.
Yeah, go back. Let's go back to that right there. If that don't kill her, I don't know what else will. Imagine the brain being fried right now.
Later defibrillated and then shot down. In the MTV series, Ghostface dons a rain poncho and a mask that's more human-shaped with
This is the one I have not seen.
eyes, discoloration, and golden straps on the
The mask looks cool, though.
edges. He's also now referred to as the Lakewood Slasher.
Which, for this show, I would call him that as well, because Ghostface is the other one. And this is a more like a copycat killer with a different attire, which I'm surprised he did not mention in this video. But if you guys watched Drown Boy Productions video, he was talking about the pilot for the show. The killer was wearing a longer raincoat with a burlap flesh-looking mask. But then when they kicked off episode 1, they switched the killer over to this costume. I was like, what, is there different killers, or is this the same guy? So if I watch the show, I'll be going confused.
He terrorizes final girl Emma and her friends, and eventually confesses to being her secret half-sister, Piper, who is shot and falls in a lake. Emma's boyfriend and Piper's secret lover becomes the new Lakewood Slasher in season 2, but he gets caught and put in jail before being silenced by a third Lakewood Slasher, never to be revealed.
Oh, come on.
Because in season 3, the original Ghostface returns. This time...
Okay, that is crazy. If the TV series was supposed to be like about this other character, why would you bring Ghostface back? I mean, in this show, Ghostface is for the screen movies. That's what I would think. But anyway, let's see how this Ghostface is different than the movie ones.
The robe is unsparkled, has a floppier hood, loose sleeves, and no open neckline, while his mask is shinier and features a more prevalent jawline.
To be honest with you, it almost looks more like a goblin robe now. But it looks cool. I like the mask.
He harasses football-loving Dion before revealing himself to be his half-brother Jamal, who holds a grudge at Dion for stealing their departed brother's identity. But Jamal is soon betrayed by a second Ghostface, their goth friend Beth, who apparently just likes horror movies, and that makes her evil. However, she's pushed through a glass roof and miraculously survives before finally being shot down. Outside of the original Scream series, a Ghostface parody also appears as the emotive villain in Scary Movie.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that scene. I was laughing so hard. I mean, imagine Ghostface was able to move his face with different personalities.
Causing confusion among casual movie fans who still mistake the two franchises for one another. Another parody, Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th, features a Jason Voorhees-like villain that accidentally melts.
This one I have not seen, but then he's wearing a robe like Ghostface and wearing a hockey mask similar to, well, not similar to what Jason would wear, something that professional goalies were wearing back in like the 80s or 90s. And then he melts it.
His hockey mask into a lumpy ghost face.
To that? Which, that'll make no sense, because a goalie mask would have a lot more holes unless the plastic just formed and fused itself together. But anyway, let's continue.
Face appearance. And in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, a wide-cheeked Ghostface appears, but turns out to be an orangutan on the set of the then make-believe Scream 4. Oh, and just for fun, you can also play as Ghostface, sporting a more tactical-looking coat with floating straps, in Dead by Daylight. He comes in a variety of different color variations, including a double version. But as far as we're concerned, nothing beats a classic.
Yeah, nothing beats that one. But here's an idea for a Ghostface movie. I don't know if you guys would agree with it or not, but imagine that this is the main Ghostface, and then somebody else is killing people wearing this getup right here, like a devil face Ghostface, and then, you know, like the dressed up like Arctic Ghostface, and then, you know, the MTV Lakewood Slasher shows up. Now that would be a movie. Be like, which one killed who? You know, instead of having 3 or 2 people dressed the same, be like multiple Ghostface, but they're in different attire. That I would like to see one day, but I don't think that's going to happen. All right, everybody, that was my reaction to the evolution of Ghostface by Tele Animated. Now, since they're making Scream 7, I know he's going to have to make an updated evolution. Let's put it that way. later, but this one was a good one. I love Ghostface, and I just hope he keeps getting put in more films. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more talent animated content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and I said that's a wrap. And let me know down in the comments out of these ghost faces that he showed, which one was your favorite, all right? And have a nice day.